Got to be in the background. And it looks like we are here live and in color once again. What's going on, everybody? Mr. Football here, back with another live stream. We're in our playoff week live stream, discussing playoffs, discussing shoulder pads tonight. I think we are live. Looks like everybody's just now getting in here. Thank you guys so much for being in here early. Got several people that have already signed up for the giveaway, and that's awesome. Thank you guys for being early birds. We'll have a early giveaway here within the next first few minutes. So stick around for that. We're going to give away something, something real quick here. So be ready. Make sure that you have gone down to the links here in the description. Find the link to enter the giveaway. You'll click here to enter tonight's giveaway, and you'll answer a couple questions for me that kind of just gives me sort of a survey questions to read off later. We'll be doing that. Thank you guys for being in here. So let's kind of go through how tonight's going to work. So this is our playoff week live stream. We're going to discuss, you guys that are in the playoffs. I already saw up here that you guys were talking about your playoffs. We'll talk about that a little bit, kind of your experiences and my experiences through it. Then we'll go into our shoulder pad webinar. Shoulder pad webinar tonight is an informational sort of a segment just on shoulder pads, kind of what you need to look for as far as what position group you might be in, as far as what shoulder pad you'll need. And those are just very key things that we'll be looking at in that webinar, and it'll take a little bit of time. I want you guys to stick around for that, because that's the main thing we're doing tonight. Plus, we're going to be talking about next week is this channel's 7-year anniversary. We will have next week at the same time, we will be doing another live stream honoring. It's not really about that, but it's more or less celebrating my 7 years on YouTube next week. So we're going to be excited about that. I've already scheduled the live stream for that. It's going to be same time, same place next week. Technically the day is on Thanksgiving, but I'm not going to do a true anniversary video on the day of it, because that's Thanksgiving Day. Because the anniversary to the channel is November 23rd, I believe. No, not 23rd. It's somewhere around there. Whatever it falls on. Actually, it may not. We may work this thing may work out. I don't know. I may have my weeks backwards. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Let's go through. I know you guys were in here. I saw some of your questions you were saying earlier. You were talking about your playoffs. Tanner says he might not be able to watch the whole thing. Had to eat dinner. Yeah, we can let you know. Tyron Rich. It feels like the lottery. I just hope to win something. That is true. Some of you guys are talking about the playoffs. So that's kind of what's going to drive our discussion tonight is, how you're doing in the playoffs right now. Did you get beat? Are you still going? We'll be talking about that a little bit. Kind of the mindset maybe you should have. Fufu Killer's in here. Tack 3K. Jamal Rice. Frankie. Hockey. Fufu Killer. Gabe. Anthony. Anthony, I've been watching your videos. So he's making his intro right now. Francisco. Want gear? Please give me equipment except for helmets. Well, you got to win the giveaway. You got to win. I can't just give stuff. IK Baseball. Brandon Hill's in here. We're not giving away shoulder pads. That's probably y'all's main thing. We're not giving away shoulder pads. Sorry. And if there's going to be like 7 people leave right now, go ahead and leave, because we're not giving away shoulder pads. It's all about what shoulder pads you need. So we're not giving away any shoulder pads, so everybody just needs to calm down. Basically, the shoulder pad webinar. I don't know if you guys know what a webinar is, but it's essentially like it's a learning course over the web. So I'm going to teach you guys a lot of things that maybe you didn't know tonight about shoulder pads. And Spent a lot of time working on this through the week, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. And those should be informative to you as players. So I want you guys to be aware of kind of what's going on. We're giving away, it depends on how really tonight's giveaway depends on how this goes. If we have a high amount of viewers, the more things we give away. If we aren't doing as well, it might not give away much at all. All right, so here we go. We're going to have an early bird giveaway. We're going to be giving away your option of 3 items. Well, they're all the same item, but they're just different colors. So if you win one, you got to let me know what you want. Okay, so I'm about to, let me get my random number thing pulled up. We're going to be giving away Nike chin shields, Nike chin pads. Oh, look at that. Okay, there we go. Nike chin pads. We're going to be giving away one of these right now. So you have the choices of a gray chin pad, which would probably be pretty general, what probably anybody would get. Then we've got more specific colors that I've had. I've got a purple and then a maroon. Okay, so that's what we're giving away first. Let's go ahead and check. Where's what I was looking for? Here we go. So we've got our, everybody signed in. It looks like we got 13 responses in here. We got some people ready to go. Let's go ahead and give this thing away. All right. So what's going to happen? Remember, you've got to be present to win. So when I call your name, you're going to have to come forth. Okay. So here we go. Let me pull up the Excel sheet we've got going here. All right, so who's entered in the giveaway right now? We have Taff3K, Alexander, Anthony, Greg Lewis, Gabe, Tanner, Brandon, IK Baseball, Too Much Sauce, Foo Foo Killer, Epic, 509, Matthew, Larry, Jamal, and Jesus. All right, so we are ready to see here. We're going to pick numbers 2 through 16. First random number tonight is 8. Number 8 is Brandon Hill. You've won your selection of one of these chin pads. Congratulations. Brandon Hill, are you here? Got 15 viewers in here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for being in here. All right. All right, he's here. So you've got your choice of colors. You've got the gray Nike chin shield. You've got the maroon. And you've got purple. Okay. So better write this down. Yeah. So thank you guys for being genuine in here tonight. Actually, I'll just type it. I'll just type it out. That'll work. So need to know what color you would like of those.
Oh, awesome. It's maroon. That's the team color.
Maroon? Awesome. Good. Then that all works out. All right. Very good. All right. So congratulations. There's your giveaway for the night. So we've got our first giveaway. All right. So we're going to give away the next item we're going to be giving away is your choice between 2 items. All right. So here's how we're kind of going to do something a little different. Well, actually, we're going to go ahead, since we've got everybody in here right now, and we've got a good number of people, we're going to go ahead and get the webinar loaded up, and we're going to start that process because you guys are in here. We're going to be giving away our main thing right now. Not right now, but it's after the webinar. You guys have to go through it first, okay, in order to win. Tonight, for the main giveaway that we're doing, okay, let's see. We will discuss something. Boo Killer says he's still in the playoffs. We'll talk more about all that stuff. But here is the main. No, you can't win twice. Unfortunately, you can't win twice. Here's the main giveaway for tonight. So since it is Veterans Day, a lot of you probably celebrated Veterans Day yesterday, maybe today still, but we're giving away a Battle Oxygen Flag Edition mouth guard. Battle Oxygen Flag mouth guard. We're going to be giving away American flag battle mouth guard. So that is what we're giving away through this webinar, okay? Even though it's not related to what we're talking about, it's still Veterans Day. We always thank veterans for what they did and how long, all the time they've served. So that is what we're giving away tonight. So hopefully, if you guys still have the option to wear this, the rest of the season, just wear it with pride. Yeah, stay on anyway. It'll be a lot of fun. You guys should really stay around on this one. This is going to be a good thing I think you guys are going to like. Okay, so I'm going ahead and I'm getting everything loaded up. It'll take me just 1 minute here to finish up and get this thing ready and loaded to go. Make sure we're good. Okay. Looks like we're ready. All right. So we're going to be giving, like I said, we're going to be giving away the Oxygen Battle Mouth Guard, American Flag Edition mouth guard. You can kind of see there up close. There it is. Giving that away after the webinar. Okay. So the webinar tonight is about shoulder pad recommendations. And so what I came up with this was I hear all these people, not really, it's not these people or anything, but it's like I get a lot of questions on what shoulder pads should I get and what do you recommend and all this. And so I finally come up with and it's not, I'm not really changing anything. I'm just really informing you guys on all the different styles of shoulder pads that are out there. Because there are certain styles that only certain positions should wear. And there's only certain things you should be looking for if you are buying your own shoulder pads. Now, if you are properly fitted and your team has access to all this, then you shouldn't have a problem. But if you ever had the want to ever buy your own, like this is for you. Okay, because sometimes you have that option to buy your own, and that's just kind of what we're doing tonight. So this is just strictly for high school players. So you youth guys, you guys that are younger, this video, sometimes the recommendations are not going to be appropriate for you at this time. So just be patient. I'm going to have another video eventually probably talking about this as well. But maybe in the future, it will be a good thing for you to see anyway. Okay, so here we go. Thank you guys, you 17 guys that are in here. I'm not going to be stopping and probably looking at a lot of questions. I might stop in between. Are you viewing the chat right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all just talking and saying that they hope they win and.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway. All right. I'm basically ready to go. So I'm not going to be really looking at a lot of comments. I'll stop at some point. I think it's somewhere in here. I've kind of built I'll find some place to stop. Anyway, got that ready. Here we go. So we're starting the webinar. I'm about to show you the screen here. Here we go. All right, so this is Mr. Football Shoulder Pad Recommendation Webinar, just strictly talking shoulder pad recommendations for high school players. Here we go. We're going to look into the recommendations of shoulder pads for players at the high school level. So I really just came up with this because I get a lot of these questions at the high school level about shoulder pad recommendations, what I should wear, what's the best for my position. I play this position. We'll get into all that. But today we're going to break down positions and the skill sets in order to establish what a player should have in a pair of shoulder pads. So we're going to look at specific examples on here things that you'll see. I've got some live examples that I'll be able to kind of show you live here on the stream later. And like I said, if you're a youth player, these recommendations are not appropriate. Please wait for another video. So moving on. Just a quick FYI about as we go through this. We're only going to be looking at Riddell, Douglas, and Schutt pads because they're the ones that I'm most familiar with in every aspect. Other brands may work just as well. Other brands are going to have the same features as a lot of these pads. So don't feel like you just have to use the brands that I'm talking about. You know, find what's going to work best for you. I'm not going to be talking really in depth about Zenith shoulder pads or the X-Tech pads. Not really talking about anything else other than Riddell, Douglas, and Schutt. And that's what I'm most comfortable talking about, and that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, so here we go. So what do I need? I'm a player. I'm needing to buy a pair of shoulder pads. I want to buy my own. What do I need? Shoulder pads are all categorized by just common styles of how they're made. And certain features that how these are made, it really breaks down into 3 categories. And there could be more categories that you expand on, but in general, to me, there are just 3. Okay? And so we have skill pads. These are for your running backs, linebackers, defensive backs, and mix in all the other positions like tight ends, fullbacks, mix those in as well. Those are skill pads. There's a skill to what you need. You're a skill player. So if you think of yourself as a skill player, you know, whether you're running back, receiver, not necessarily receiver, because that's a specialty pad in itself for what it does for a receiver. Like defensive backs all kind of run the same. Protective, there are protective pads that extend the sternum longer. They are going to be a lot wider in a lot of cases. And then we have specialty pads. Well, I should say about the protective, these are our lineman pads. These are our offensive line, defensive line pads. The specialty pads, these can be anything from quarterbacks to receivers, punters and kickers are all going to be under the specialty pad category. And all of the brands of shoulder pads out there sell these common styles. Like the ones that we're looking at are all going to have these same styles. Like I'm going to show you three styles through each one of these sets. Now we're going to break down position by position. And so just be patient as we go through this. We will get to every position on the field. So just common styles, and this is just sort of an example, but you can probably tell there's a significant difference between these 2 pads. They're the same style. It's the Riddell Power SPX. If you can probably guess which one is the quarterback pad, if you pick this one, you would be right. Okay. Things that make the quarterback pad different, they don't have the clavicle pad like this one does. This is a lineman style SPX pad. Some of them are going to have more belts, PVC loops, so on and so forth. And it's going to be longer as well. These actually are the same size. They're large shoulder pads. And so one is going to extend a little longer. The lineman one is going to be more protective. This one's going to allow quarterbacks and receivers to have full range of motion. That's just a common style. So let's break down positions. We start with quarterback and receiver. I find that they need the same style of pads. Range of motion must be a premium when you select pads for this group. If you play quarterback or receiver, it kind of works out, you know, because quarterback receiver a lot of times are connecting with each other. So in order to have the same pad and the same results of your play, quarterback needs to be able to throw the ball with his range of motion, with the arm coming down across the body, and it's better if you don't obstruct your throwing motion. So that's why those pads have that clavicle pad cut off, and you can have full range of motion through that. The front side of the shoulder pad should allow for maximum range of motion for receivers to catch footballs and for the quarterback to have a full range to complete the throwing motion. That is what you need to look for in your shoulder pad. So if you get a pair on and you do this test, like I'm saying, so if you're a receiver, you should be able to extend your arms out fully. Quarterback should be able to have the full range to complete the throwing motion. And my recommendations for these pads are what you should kind of look for. All right, the Schutt XV HD pad. Okay. And what you're seeing, however, I did say that we don't really recommend this style. Okay. We don't really want to recommend this, this clavicle pad here. But if you know anything about this pad, these actually will raise up and give you a little range of motion as well. They're not solid. It's a pretty protective. I mean, I've seen this one in live, what it looks like. I mean, it's a solid pad. However, we look at the XPX quarterback receiver. This is going to be your prototypical style of what you want. Okay, no clavicle pad. It's going to have a short sternum on it. You want to have full range of motion with your arms through it. It's still going to be a protective pad. We go on the more expensive option. All right. We look at these. I didn't put price comparisons on here, but these usually run for about $150, depending on where you buy them. You can't get them cheaper. They can cost more. There's sort of a fluctuating price on a little of the Schutt pads. Just find them at the best price. Ultimately, the Riddell Power SPXs break down. They're about $300, $280 at least, is the lowest prices I've seen it. So there is a little bit of cost, but if the more expensive option, a $399 option for a pair of shoulder pads, is the Douglas QBK. All right, and this would be a quarterback, receiver, kicker style. So we're probably not talking about kickers and punters on here. This is the QBK, K standing at the end for kicker. This would be an appropriate pad for a kicker as well. Probably should mix that in there with you, because you guys that are kickers, and don't worry, Kevin, I've not left you out. We've got deep snappers on here. Don't worry. Okay, deep snappers are people too. All right, but this SP right here stands for specialty. So guys that perform special motions like quarterbacks, receivers, kickers. Okay, that's the kind of pad. There is this exact same pad.
Question.
Yes.
Jamal Rice says, Mr. Football, with the case, with that being the case, shouldn't corners, DBs, shouldn't they have the same pads as quarterbacks and WRs?
Yes. Okay, this is what I'm getting into, and this is where we're going to have a little discussion about these things. And what I was about to get to was this exact Douglas pad has a defensive back option, and I probably should have pulled that one up for you to see those two side by side, and I'll try to get that in there. Okay, so don't worry, Jamal. We'll get that straightened out. Okay, but yes, there is a defensive back pad style to the Douglas QVK. I love Douglas pads. Here lately, I've been seeing people give Douglas pads flack for whatever reason, and I like them. Like, I don't see, like, and it all comes back to Aaron Rodgers being hurt. All right, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I saw out on Instagram that somebody was blaming Douglas and the Packers equipment managers for supplying Aaron Rodgers with like a crappy pair of shoulder pads. I was like, Douglas is not a bad option. Like, they're one of the best in the business. They only specialize with football shoulder pads. They're not bad. I don't know why people think that that's got to be a thing, but what happens is, and there are truths to what people say about this, but the Packers, all of their players wear Douglas pads. And I've had experiences with their pads. Like, we got several Packers Douglas shoulder pads sent to our school that were reconditioned, and the team wasn't using anymore. We got like 11 sets of those. And I'll say, like, those were good pads, and they're still in use today. They're not bad shoulder pads. Like, each one of those pads in total were probably $600 in worth, like, face value. And, like, that is not a exaggeration or anything. Like, those pads are legit. And so what I go on to say is, like, I have these people out there that are criticizing Douglas and the Packers because they make their players wear Douglas. Because a lot of teams in the NFL, they'll just pick whatever the player wants, they'll give the player, if they have a preference. But if you go play for the Packers, it's essentially like you're conforming to what they want. And I don't really care for that. I mean, who cares? If you run something on a team and you want it done your way, then that's how it goes. And that's the honest truth. Anyway, I get off my soapbox about that. That kind of bothered me the other day. I saw some stuff about that. And it just kind of made me mad. Anyway, running back and defensive back. All right. Running backs, I'm broken down into 2 categories. And depending on what you call yourself, running back is a running back. If you carry the football downhill, like, you're a running back. Whether you're called a halfback, tailback, running back, it's all the same thing. H-back and fullback mean the same thing as well. If you're more block-oriented, you're a fullback, H-back. So you would need something in between. As far as pad-wise, you would need something in between what a lineman would need and what a true running back would need. So there are pads out there that meet that criteria, okay, and we can look at that. Because a position like, well, I play fullback, but do I need running back pads? All right, well, they have fullback pads out there for you, okay? So we'll get into that a little bit. Defensive backs are in 2 categories as well. And this is where we could have a little bit of discussion about this, because how I coach defensive football, my corners are more pass defensive players. Like, they're involved. Like, we have 9 players that are run first, responsible, and then my 2 corners are pass first. All right. And so in the case of shoulder pads, we would think that because receivers and defensive backs are playing each other, like a corner would be lined up over a receiver, they would need the same shoulder pads. We would think that. And that's the right assumption to have. There's not a wrong thing with that. But I'm going to show you some options that would be beneficial to you as a corner or safety. That's not going to give you too much of a restriction on what you need. So safeties, usually as a safety, you can either be a runner or pass first. And you're going to need exactly what a running back would need, essentially. Not necessarily like big running back style pads, but what we're looking at here is appropriate for you. Okay. So here are the Schutt XV HD Skil Pads. A little bit different setup here, a longer sternum length, more of a true skill pad. This can be a pad used for multiple positions, what Schutt offers. As well, looking at the more expensive option, the Riddell Power SPX, running back, defensive back. I feature these on my defensive back video that I'm doing. Okay, and it's the first one of my videos where I'm actually talking about the Riddell, just shoulder pads in general. So I do all these videos that have been extremely popular for you guys, like the top 5 things running backs need, top 5 things quarterbacks need. We finished up the other day with offensive line, and I've already filmed the defensive back one. And I featured these pads in that video. So stay tuned for that, because that's definitely the next video that's coming out as far as what we talk about. Now, looking at these pads, not necessarily in comparison, but what we've already looked at, the Riddell Power SPX running back, defensive back pads are appropriate for either defensive back position, corner or safety. They give you that frontal protection that you would need to deliver a face-on hit with your shoulder pads. See, what concerns me is you going in to make a shoulder tackle as a defensive player and you not having that protection of that clavicle pad. You take a good shot right underneath the shoulder pads, like we go back and we look at the quarterback receiver pads. You take a shot right there, right? Then, that's not good. Anyway, and if you'd say, well, Mr. Football, I play quarterback and defensive back, what do I pick? We're going to talk about that later. Don't worry. Because I know there's those two-way guys out there. We're going to talk about that. Another more expensive option. Douglas is always going to be our more expensive option. It's not the most expensive pad out there. Okay? And I know what the most expensive pads out there are, and I'm just not talking about them because it's just, to me, I'm not going to be talking about them. These are the ones that I'm most comfortable with talking about, and these are ones that I've used and fitted kids with. This is what it boils down to. The Douglas Custom Pro 69 pads are a true Skil pad. Like this is everything that you could really want in a set of shoulder pads. You've got a long sternum length. These come in a variety of sizes, and these clavicle pads are removable on the Douglas CP69s. They are removable. So they Velcro on here, and you can easily remove them. With the Riddells, you can't remove these. You can't remove them off the Schutt, as far as I'm aware. But the Riddell Power SPKs, the JPKs, all those, that line of shoulder pads, all of theirs come out. So it is more of a, I talk about this in a future video. So you can remove that in the SPK, not the SPX. We have to be careful not to get those mixed up. Tight ends, you're football people too. Tight ends, and this kind of goes back to our fullbacks as well. With the fullback linebacker pad, we will talk about linebackers a little later. But tight ends, you can use a fullback pad because you're more of a block-oriented player first, and you still have the ability to catch passes. Now, something's wrong with this photo because I think this was photoshopped in some way, but this should have an extra clavicle pad right here. I don't know how that got mixed up because it just looks really weird. And that was on the Riddell's website, so we don't know how that happened. But anyway, Riddell Power fullback linebacker pad. It actually has a thicker belt buckle. It's got a thicker one of those, and it's going to be longer in length in the sternum region. And I have these pads with me today that we will look at in depth. Going to the O lineman, D lineman. Here we go. Okay, lineman. You've got to have longer pads that extend further than your sternum. Okay, this allows for extra protection in the trenches when you need it. Okay, going in there and getting blocked or going and blocking somebody, you've just got to have a longer sternum pad. It's just all there is to it. Like I said, most of them have a thicker PVC belt. That's the belt loop that we look at on here. It's going to have the same exact size as the fullback linebacker pad. And some of them actually contain another strap. Some models don't. The model I've got here with me doesn't for some reason. I'm not sure if it's just you get up there in size or you go down in size. I'm not sure. I kind of had to look at mine a little closer because I just got an extra large pair here. But this is the Riddell Power SPX O-line, D-line. We're going to talk about centers and deep snappers here in just a second, but that's kind of, just more of a secure pad. You've got clavicle pads on here, non-removable as well with all the SPX pads. And then the Schutt XVHDs, all right, a lot thicker of a lot wider clavicle pad. All these pads sit really low. They don't have very high shoulder pad height. You've got a thicker PVC belt as well as this one. Plus, I believe you've got a lot thicker pectoral pad right here on the side as well with the Schutt the Schutt XVHDs. I was having trouble saying the letters there. As far as price comparisons, this is going to compare to be about $170 or cheaper. And then the Riddell Power SPXs, the lineman set is actually the most expensive one. If you shop around, you might be able to find it at the same price, but it originally retailed for $320. It was more, like I said, more of an expensive option. Now the other Douglas O-line, D-line option is the Mr. DZ pads, and these are a really nice lineman pad. Don't believe these come off. If I remember right, these don't come off. These clavicle pads, but they're going to have a lot thicker pectoral pad than the Riddells and Schutts combined. They only really have one PVC belt on each side. They don't have the other. They do have an extra option. You can install that, but I think how they come pre-made, they don't have that extra belt. But if you have the strap to start another one, you can. Mr. DZ pads I really like. So here we go. For our centers and deep snappers, and I have these pads. These are the Douglas snapper pads. They're a very unique shoulder pad configuration. This is sort of a unique one. All right. And so they actually remove the clavicle pads all in general, and they make it a very streamlined pad all the way through. Okay, so no clavicle pad. You probably could put one there if you wanted. But the snapper pad is truly for centers and deep snappers. It's probably the best. It's probably the, like, if our boy Kevin De Silva, he's a pretty good deep snapper. He's shown me a lot of his deep snaps. If he ever gets like super serious and he's gonna get the snapper pads, like that'd probably be like, if he gets professional at what he does, like that's probably what he needs to go to, is the snappers. Great for centers as well. Anybody that's going to be snapping the ball, it's in the name. Anyway, I just thought that was a good change up for everything. We're going to continue on here. Remember, we're about to give away the Battle Flag Edition mouth guard, so stay tuned for that. We're giving that away here very soon. Finishing up with linebackers. Okay, linebackers need pads that extend longer than the running back pads. A linebacker needs to take on blocks, rely on the front side of their pads to protect them. Okay, just like a defensive back, you're taking on hits with your shoulders. You're delivering hits with your shoulders. You need to be protected from your front side. Linebackers, sometimes you can use lineman pads. If you're a lineman, it's not a big issue. Just know that you're going to be limited on your range of motion for catching. Comparing these two side by side, there's the Schutt HV all-purpose, more of an all-purpose pad out of Schutt, and then the Riddell Power SPX. Fullback linebacker is a great option. Gives you a little extra sternum length. It's it's not really truly a wider pad because they don't really widen out or get bigger, but size-wise. But it's just the appropriate fit and style for a fullback and linebacker. So here's just kind of wrapping up here. And I know you guys are going to say, and I kind of just thought ahead to this, but what if you play two positions? What if you play both ways? Okay. What if you play something drastically different? Like O-line, D-line, you don't really need a change. Like, there's no need. Like, if you have something that's truly for a defensive player or a defensive lineman, it'll be fine for O-line. Same thing with D-line. If you're offensive line and linebacker, okay, because there are those guys out there that line up, and maybe the smaller guys that are on the offensive line play linebacker as well. So I would stick, and this is just my personal opinion, so just know, what are you willing to give up with your pads when you select them. If you select O-line pads, just remember you're going to probably have a limited range of motion, but I would stick with O-line pads. If you're, for some reason, if you're a quarterback and a stud linebacker at the same time, you should probably, this one's questionable, but if you're a quarterback, I would stick with the quarterback pads. And that's just my opinion. Like, same thing if you're a defensive back, stick with the quarterback pads. Like, a lot of this is just recommendations, and this is my recommendations for you, because you guys say so much about this. If you're a running back and linebacker, I know our pads we talked about being different. If you're a linebacker and a running back, I would probably go with the linebacker pads, just to kind of change up, because if you truly play both ways and you're a linebacker and a running back at the same time, I would probably just go with the linebacker pads. They're not going to be much different. It's more of a preference thing. Then if you're a receiver and defensive back, I know we've had different pads for those from what we've talked about tonight. So I would go with the quarterback receiver pads or the running back defensive back pads. It's kind of a toss-up as far as what we do. So I talk about what is the best brand. And I know we're going to sit here and we're going to say, this is better, this is better. I haven't looked at any of your comments yet. I just decided to keep going through this. Remember, we're about to give away this Douglas mouth guard. Make sure if you've not entered the giveaway, do it now. Go ahead and go down to the description box, click on the link, answer the questions. Very simple. It'll take you like a minute to do. Okay. What is the best brand? Okay. And this is just my opinion. Okay. And you may have your own preferences, but this is what I believe in all this. Okay. So when we talk about Riddell, I consider them truly to be the middle ground of all shoulder pad designs, styles, everything that they come out with. They have a ton of styles. They have so many options that they have your more expensive options and they have your affordable options. Like they do, and it's the same thing with their helmets. Like they've got the Riddell Speedflex helmet, and then if you can't afford a Speedflex, then you've got options for like a Speed to still get a great helmet. Okay, so they've got a lot of options. Okay, and they make it easy to choose your pads. Like we based a lot of this video just on those shoulder pad recommendations that they make. Like we kind of base that around them. All right, the Schutt pads. Okay, if you want to choose Schutt, they are more affordable, but you are going to have less options, less styles. Like it's going to be affordable to get them, but being cheaper does not diminish their quality in their pads because they are a very good and trusted brand. I trust Schutt. I love their youth gear as well as some of their older stuff. It's good. It's great stuff. Like, but just because they're cheaper does not diminish them in any way. And so don't get any kind of weird thoughts about, okay, they're cheap or they don't have good pads or they're trash. They're not trash. All right, they're good pads. Okay, being cheap does not diminish what they do. I believe in Schutt. Okay, finally, Douglas. Douglas, we've talked about them quite a bit tonight. They're your more expensive option. They are a shoulder pad company. That's what they're built around. That's what they do. They have so many accessories you didn't even know you could possibly have for shoulder pads. And I wish we could really discuss everything that they have. And I've got some things, on the way, not really on the way, but, in the process, in the works of talking more Douglas, because there's just not a lot out there about Douglas. But the thing is, they've been around a long time and they're a trusted brand. Okay. They're a trusted brand. You guys probably just don't know about it. Okay. But us in the coaching world, like, I know what Douglas is, and I've kind of always known what they're about. You've probably seen like the Douglas. You might have Douglas pads right now, and you don't even know it. Like they're just everywhere. Okay, they have a lot of options. To me, they have the most options, styles for all positions that you could possibly want. They even have shoulder pads that are designed for women. Like that's how dedicated they are to the game of football. Like that. They have shoulder pads for the youngest kids possible to the biggest that they can make them to when they design them for women. Like that is what is true about Douglas. Like they truly care about what they do. And all the stuff that I hear and read about with people giving Douglas crap, like I don't like that. Like I like them as a brand and I trust them. Okay. And the cool thing about Douglas is if you've got the money to put out for it, you can make custom pads, but they are literally going to cost you arm and leg. Like they're not to mess around with. I mean, they're going to be expensive, but it ain't. But I'm telling you, it ain't the most expensive option. Like those X-Tech pads, I don't buy into that's just a flashy style. I don't believe into it. You guys might think it's the coolest shoulder pads on the market because every NFL player is wearing them. But that's not affordable. That's not practical to this channel. It's not practical for us to talk about it. Okay. And that's where I come with this. Okay. And it's kind of where I wrap up with all this. So I'm sure I'll have a lot to respond to with you guys with this, and we will kind of come back to this. All right. So here we are. Hopefully you guys have entered and gotten into this. Let's see what we're at right now. If we've got some we got some more people in here. All right. Okay. So here we go. We've got random numbers 2 through 27. Wow. So we got 26 people. Okay. So, like I said, let's make sure we're all good here. Yeah, I'll have to go through some of your questions here in a minute. But we're giving away the Battle Oxygen flag mouth guard, the American flag mouth guard. We're giving that away right now. Are we ready? We better be ready. All right. Here we go. If you've got unanswered things, just let me know now. Best live stream yet. I mean, they get better. Y'all ain't ready for next week. Y'all ain't ready for next week. All right. It's going to be good. All right. Okay. So here we go. We are picking random numbers. Here's everybody that's entered. If I've already called your name, I believe I started last at Jesus. And everybody is still entered. We have Tyron in here. Guard Up Gaming. Avid Rider is in here. Frankie Hockey is in here. Timmy Swimmy. Mouty Stoles is in here. He Boy Skays. Frost Eddie Zero. Ricardo. DeMonte and Tommy Bond are all entered, plus the names I called out earlier. You're still entered. Here we go. Random number is 27. The newest person that just entered, the last person that just entered, is Tommy Bond. So he is our winner of the Battle Oxygen Mouth Guard. Are you here, Tommy Bond? Are you here, Tommy Bond?
Hopefully it wasn't Chavis Johnson because
I didn't read that name off, but I saw you timed him out. All right, he's in here. All right, get in touch with me. Very good. Congratulations, you've won the Battle Oxygen Flag Mouth Guard. Get in touch with me on Instagram, and we'll get that sent out to you ASAP. All right, Brandon Hill, I saw your message on Instagram. I'll try to get it out as fast as I can. I can usually get it out by Monday. So, and it should be there for your last game. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. So we got here. All right. So I'm going to go back and see what we've got. I'm sure I had.
There really wasn't too many questions. A lot of people commented about kind of like what they were enjoying, but I answered most of them.
Okay. Okay, I started to see these, so I'm just going to see if there's any real specific questions.
Frosted.
Frosted. I don't ever know how to.
I don't know. Frost. He commented and said he won his game.
Good. I'm glad.
And they played in 8-degree weather.
8-degree weather. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever played in a game that cold. Let's see. What was I looking at? IK baseball. Does this count with junior varsity pads? It could. Some of the same pads, like, okay, so they make the Riddell Power JPKs, or excuse me, the JPXs, which are just like these pads, except they're a lot smaller. They come in smaller sizes, and they are more appropriate for players in junior high. And that's really all it is. Like, this is truly a adult, not really adult. It's going to be listed as that, but it's a varsity level pad. Like, high school players, 10 and up, 10th grade up, you'd be wearing this pad. Like, that's the appropriate pad to wear. Okay. And I've got videos coming out on that kind of stuff. So just be patient with the junior varsity pads. And that's IK Baseball's question. Already talked about what tight ends need. If you missed anything on the webinar, just the video will be posted later. So just go back and watch. Skil Pads. Yeah, wide receiver is a skill position. So, like, that's kind of what we talk about. Like, to me, it's a specialty position. And so that's why it kind of falls in with got Tommy Bond in there. Very good. All right. I know Fufu Killer's Wi-Fi, it seems like it's always terrible. Poor guy. So talked about Jamal's question. Riddell helmets way better than Schutt. I would say I like Riddell helmets better than Schutt's helmets. I have used both, and I don't think anything is, if you use a Schutt helmet, there's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer the Riddell helmet over it. That's what I would do. Yeah. Okay. So tag shoulder pads. We didn't really talk about those. I don't really have a whole lot of experience with a few of the tag shoulder pads. I can't really remember if the old pads that we had at the past school were tag. They might have been, but I'm not really kept up to date with those. NFL teams don't use fullbacks anymore. That's true. They really don't. And that guy is usually an H-back. And I'm surprised that they still label that as a position, because like guys are still like listed as true fullbacks, but now in today's game, they're more of a converted tight end that kind of lines up in the backfield, an H-back as they call it. 8-degree weather. You should run more of a 4-2-5 defense. That's what I coach. That's what I coach, a 4-2-5 defense. DeMonte, you know what I do. That's okay. We play pass first on my defense around. It really depends on where you play and what teams do. Like, we're more of a run-heavy league, so we play the run first, and that's just how it really is. Fullback pads. Is it Frosteddy or Frosted?
Yeah, you should tell. You should sound out
how it is.
Name.
Otherwise, I'm just going to call it whatever I see it as. I'm just going to go with
everybody. If we mispronounce your name,
I
apologize.
We do apologize, because I don't ever mean to mispronounce your name in some way.
We just really southern it up, and you're like, please don't.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
But anyway, Frost Daddy has the Schutt, pads we were featuring. How long are we live streaming for? We're still going for a good while right now. Don't know how much longer, but it looks like you already answered that. We will let you know, Tanner. We're good there. This video doesn't work for me. Sometimes they just don't. So just trust that the Wi-Fi is going to come back. Zenith shoulder pads. X-Flexion, whatever is good. What is good for a tackle with 3-tech? I mean, if it's a appropriate pad for Zenith and it's an offensive line, defensive line, that's what you would want. Okay. But I like Tyrone's question. It's the best stream yet. I think we're doing well. We're getting better at this as we get going. It's a lot of fun. My name is Fufu Killer. Your name's like your name's so easy. We run a triple option offense. Our fullback is B-back and running back is A-back. I know that kind of system, so not really familiar with it, but I understand like what you mean by A-back, B-back. It's just how you define what you're called. Okay. We're going to be giving away a few other things. So we're going to be you'll have a selection of what you want next. We're going to give away another item here in a little bit. But I'm going to talk about next week, what we're going to be doing. So next week, we are going to be giving away some items in honor of our no, you're fine. We're going to give it away a couple items for our 7-year anniversary here on YouTube. If you've not been around for all 7 years, and I don't know very many people that have been around all 7 years. Like, I'd be surprised to see anybody that knew me really early on. I really started to think about it today. And I'm laying in bed this morning, and I thought, I've got about a week to come up with all these ideas that I've got. And with what we're going to do for this week. And I'm like, I was trying to remember my early videos, and I can vividly remember my very first video I ever did, and then like the next videos that preceded that. And it's very early on. You have to go like very far back in this channel to find those. Yeah, I'm old. I've been going for 7 years. I started this channel when I was 18 years old. If that tells you anything, if you do some simple addition, you can figure out how old I am. But that is. Like, I started this when I was 18 years old, and I was in college, and I started it. And Impulse says he's been watching my channel for 6 years. That's awesome. I mean, but I was just trying to remember. I wanted to go back to those old videos, and I wanted to find like the oldest comments I could find and see what they were like, or just if people were even supporting me, because I can't really remember. And it probably took, to even reach 100 subscribers, I think it took until the very next school year, because I started, in November, I would have started it my freshman year of college. And I think I got 100, because I remember filming this before I left for college that next year. So it was probably, that would have probably been 10 months to get 100 subscribers. And then about a year or two later, I get 500. And then it kind of just took off from there. Like it just kept going. I had 1,000, and then I had 2,000, and then I had 4,000, and then I quit. And then I'm like sitting at 5,000 right now. We've had a great comeback from this, and it's just amazing how far. I was really nervous for a while early on when I started coming back, if I was going to be able to retain. If I was going to be able to retain all the subscribers and all the things that I'd have, but it really didn't ever truly go away. I still had a lot of comments I got. It just wasn't as much, because honestly, when you post new videos, more people are going to see those newer videos, and people are going to be engaged. People are going to be wanting to watch what you have to do and what you come out with, because you guys all right now are all into my videos. So that's what it's about. Frosty said, would you say zip ties are better while installing a back plate than screws? My screws fell out, but I did zip tie. You can do that. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it, but sometimes I don't know, like it could be an option, but I wanted to kind of test before on like installing like snap buckles in there and like making it real easy so you could just like clip it on. And I tried working that for a long time, but I just couldn't get really the idea of it down. And I actually tried, and it didn't really work as well. But yeah, you can use zip ties. And really, if you can just find a T-nut and a screw, that's all you really need. And your coaches should have them, so don't ever feel like, but like that's just how it is. Ever since my friend won, I've been watching your vids nonstop. That's great. Anyway, so I go back to talking about our 7-year anniversary on this channel. And so for the longest time, I was UA Reviews. And so like, you know, probably 85% of the videos that are on this channel are all UA Reviews style videos. And it's just funny to go back and watch those old videos, because I've changed my entire style. I've changed everything that I do. I've changed all my beliefs with on YouTube, and it's done for the better, because I do more interactive things with you guys, and I get you guys involved. And I think that's what makes it different. I think that's what it's just what's fun. Last week we looked at we went and we found some of my old videos on YouTube, and we specifically watched a UA Reviews 2 video. UA Reviews 2 was my second channel. Now, the other day, I go on that channel, excuse me, and I go on that channel, and I'm like, I haven't logged into this in probably 2 years. And I was like, I don't even know what could possibly be there in comment sections and all that. So I go through and I look at all the comments that I've received on videos, and it's just to die for. Like, a lot of them are funny, and I think for a while there was somebody moderating the comments for me and answering questions, because I saw and somebody had wrote like, I'm not UA Reviews 2, but I think this would be great because he's not here. Like, you know, and I started just commenting back to those people and just seeing stuff. So it's funny. I want to go pick out a video to watch and watch it with you guys, and we'll do a giveaway after. We'll give something away after we watch that. But I'm very excited for next week. There's going to be just a little bit of a little change, but you guys will like it. It'll be fun. But we're going to be kind of celebrating the 7 years I've been on here, kind of go through the history of the channel, key points through the channel, kind of some key moments that happened in the channel that made a difference. I think what's crazy is I got to look in a few days ago at my stats of like how videos are doing. And I've had a lot of Mr. Football videos like surpassing a lot of my older videos. And so that's what's great about this is like we're surpassing like a lot of these older videos with new videos that are coming out. And that's a great feeling because we needed to do that. Like we needed to surpass the past. We needed to get out of the old and we're in here with the new. And that's just been my whole motto with this. So I look at, and I don't know, I'm kind of going back and forth between watching. We're going to watch an old Mr. Football an old UA Reviews video today. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going to go find real quick. And so so here's what you're going to have an option here to pick the option between 3 things we're going to give away. And you already know what one of them is. I've got 2 chin pads left. Okay, so you pick either the purple or the gray. Okay, and I have some other items I'm going to share just for a little bit later that you have the option to pick from. So this is going to be where I'm going to let you, if you win, I'm going to let you pick what you want. Okay, so be ready for that. So we're going to look at an old video. And what's crazy is like I've got all these new videos. I don't get why I'm like, I don't get that. I do not get that at all. That's what I've got. My latest video, my like it was just like top 5 things linemen need, and it got dinged for not being suitable for most advertisers. All right. I need you guys to share and repost that video. I need it to be getting a lot of views. I need you guys to share that video. Top 5 things offensive linemen need. Share it. Do what we got to do. Get people watching that thing because I don't know why it could be popping up like that. I think that's something wrong with YouTube, honestly. It says limited or no ads due to content identified as suitable for most advertisers. What could be not suitable? Advertisers avoid placing ads that don't align with their brand. Okay, then. Wow. I don't get that. I'm sorry, I'm just ranting because I just noticed that. That's so wrong. That's so wrong. Anyway, I get limited ads on that video. Whatever. We're getting over it. All right, we're going to watch we're going to laugh at ourselves tonight because it's good for the soul, I think. We're going to laugh at an old video. There's a lot that we could watch, but I'm going to find and it may be a good one to either laugh at or just one that's kind of cool to go back and watch. And some of the old vlogs were fun to watch. We went back and watched a vlog last week. Yeah, I do running. I like to run a little bit. All right, but we're gonna watch. Oh gosh, let's see. All right, tips on making review videos. This one I'm kind of semi-embarrassed about because it's just downright goofy. And so, and I kind of make fun of myself and a lot of other YouTubers that do this. But for a long time, I've always been very supportive of other smaller startup YouTube channels that all do football. Like you guys that make your own channels because that you saw what I do, or you saw what I Know Football does, or you saw what Lyman Football does, or you saw what Quarterback HD does. Like, you made a channel based on what we do. The more popular guys out there, I always love to go and watch your videos. All right. And like, I was watching Anthony's videos the other day. He was talking about his football things. He's trying to start his channel up. And so I made sort of a video making fun of just the review video, like, people itself, like just making fun of all of us. And I don't really remember how this is going to go. This is dated February 4th, 2012. So we're looking into the past about 4 to 5 years. So let's view it and see what happens. Let's see here. Okay, so let's screen share. And if this kind of lags out, it's just the internet. So we'll just make fun of ourselves here and see what happens. UA reviews, tips on making review videos. Here I am. And give you guys some tips on how to make good review videos. So since the time, so I'm obviously like fed up with seeing like crappy review videos, as 2012 UA reviews would say. I'm fed up and I want to give some tips. I've been here on YouTube making my review videos. I've got a lot of questions and people inboxing me, asking me, you know, how can I make my reviews channel better? And they've actually become inspired from my channel and they started their own. But, you know, with any reviews channel, you know, it always starts from the ground level. You know, you have to work your way up. But I still believe that true. Those of you that it does take a while to get started. So that's kind of the issue. And I think that's still true to this day, and that's what I believe. Let's skip ahead. Let's get to the first topic. Okay, so the first topic I came up with was know what you're talking. And first of all, can we make note of this? I did a terrible job of aligning my body into this. Look at that Under Armour jacket. That's what you're here for, Under Armour jacket. But no, you can't see half of my face. Talking about when you make your review video, you know, you can't just take some product, you know. Which all it was hair up there, so not much review missing. You know, you're going to look like an idiot on YouTube if you don't know what you're talking about. You're going to So know what you're talking about. Don't be an idiot on YouTube. That's me. Called out if you don't know what you're talking about. So do some research on your product, you know, no matter what it is. Now I see people get stuff mixed up all the time, and it absolutely drives me nuts. Hey, YouTube. Today I'm going to do a review video on my Under Armour shirt. Okay. Now, okay, I was obviously being a brat and, like, making fun of people that, like, say, oh, this is my Under Armour shirt, and it's like another brand. Like, I was so mean. Obviously, that's an over-exaggeration, but I've seen it happen on YouTube. People get stuff like that mixed up between Nike and Under Armour. I mean, just because if it's a Nike shirt doesn't mean if it's a compression shirt. Oh, get over yourself, UA reviews. Get over yourself. What's the next topic? You know, don't just rush into a review video. Make sure you've got all your knowledge gathered together. You know, don't forget stuff. That's a big one, and I'm seeing it happen on YouTube a lot. Hey, YouTube! Now, this is funny, because Amber, are you watching this right now? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to let this roll, and you're probably going to laugh. I'm doing a review today on my Under. I'm making fun of myself, too, so. Here we go. Remember football gloves, and I don't know what they're called, but they have good grip. Hear that grip? They're good. And let me do a grip test, and let me find a football. Yeah, I can't find one in my room. Okay, so what I'm making fun of here is you'd be watching someone do a review video, and it'd be like a kid who forgets something, so the camera's still rolling, and they walk away for about 30 seconds. And that's what I'm making fun of here. Let me go check somewhere else. Hang on. So I run out of the room. So I yell at my imaginary mom who's not in the house, and I yell, let me go check somewhere else. Hang on. So I've never spoke to my mom like that in all the years I've been with her. And it was just funny. I remember that. I felt so embarrassed after I did that. And then going back on this video, it makes me sort of halfway embarrassed that I actually made that. I don't know what cleats, and really here I actually make fun of myself when I don't have the camera aligned in very well. You get the gist of this video. I don't like it. All right. And and so it's funny. I like to go back and watch stuff like that, and I may find another one. Y'all were saying some good ones to go back and watch. Yeah. Yes, I am full. I was full of myself back then. See, she can make fun of me because she never got to see that part of me, and I think that would have got beat out of me a long time ago. Because, you know, it's funny to go back and watch your old videos, and you just have to laugh at yourself. That's all you can do. Like, and that's what's funny about it. So I'm gonna try to find one more, just an old one. Did you like that?
If we would have met back then, I would have been like, what a loser.
Yeah, I was a loser.
No, you weren't a loser. You were just like cracking me up because you're making fun of like people on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then you're like in the same boat.
I know.
You're like this far like above that.
I know. Okay.
You were just a kid.
I was not very old. I was still, oh gosh.
Yes. Watch the video about how to take care of Under Armour products.
That's the very first one.
So into it.
That's the very first one. Now there's another video, and I made fun of another YouTuber, and to this day, I didn't really. Well, no, I'm gonna take that back. The video shouldn't have been done. I was probably making fun of a 13-year-old kid, and that was probably wrong of me as like the 18-year-old that I was. And so, just know you're gonna get older, and some of the dumb stuff you do right now is, you know, it's gonna be. You'll probably look back on it and be like, man, wish I had not made fun of that kid or whatever. Anyway, there's a video. I'll save that for. I'm gonna save that one. Yeah. Let's go back. Let's have a flashback to our very first video on this channel. I want to save some of the nostalgia UA review stuff, but I want to look at this one. How to take care of Under Armour products. Here we go. Let's screen share and show another one, and then I promise we're giving away something else. Oh, and just for the record, we're going to be giving away, and this is an option that you have, but we're going to give away a Nike Pro Combat wrist coach. And it's in camouflage, is the color. It's the forest kind of greenish color is what we're giving away. It's one of the possible items you can select, so that's what's up for grabs tonight, as well as the chin pads. That's your selection of what you want. All right, so we're going to get into some of our older videos here, and we're going to look at how to take care of Under Armour products. Let's do it.
I can barely watch.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to UA Reviews.
Secondhand embarrassment.
You get secondhand embarrassment from these?
You're so little.
I am little.
You're like young. You don't look like yourself.
I don't look like myself. I've changed. So this is the very first video ever posted to my channel. Now, what I want to say about this was I think I actually filmed this one second, but it's truly the first one that was on there. So that's what counts in the end.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to UA Reviews. Today, just want to talk about taking care of your Under Armour gear, especially compression wear. One thing that I've learned that can damage your Under Armour gear is the dryer. Yes, your household dryer, it exposes your stuff to high heat.
Duh!
Leave them in there for the length of how the dryer works,
Duh!
it will, over time, they will become damaged.
Duh! Why does this matter?
And like on this shirt I've had, you can tell down here at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
These holes,
Yeah, that makes a difference.
The heat.
Poor guy. That's all I had to live on, which is my shirts. And I was mad that it got in the dryer.
Really thin. It's just how the
You still love your shirts that much.
I do love my shirts that much. I still do. I still have that shirt somewhere too.
Pretty much the heat's damaged the shirt.
Well, you can still use this dang shirt, man. Yeah, we can really see that. Great HD camera there, UA Reviews. Good job, buddy. See, I can make fun of myself.
This is kind of the worst I've seen it. I used to have a shirt way back in the day that was.
Look at that camera angle.
Yeah, look.
I'm gonna get seasick.
Yeah, are y'all sick yet? Can you see that? Can you see that?
Stop yelling.
I'm sorry.
They probably have headphones.
I'm sorry if I ruined y'all's headphones. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
This is probably not bad as I've seen some people's shirts I've seen.
Impulse says you should
really
watch
bad.
your first update video.
Yeah, that's probably a good one to watch. I remember. Oh gosh, let's go back. I like if y'all have suggestions, like we can watch them. I don't care. Okay. Here are my tags for that original video. Under Armour, how to, UA reviews, Under Armour care, high heat dryers, new Under Armour, how to take care looking new. Those are all my tags. What? Oh my goodness. We have to.
It's a 10 in some places, so you probably should do one of your giveaways before you watch.
Yeah, we should probably do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give away another item. We've got 13 people in here. I'm glad we're staying. Yeah, we probably need to watch that first update video. We will do that. So let's check, see if anybody else is signed in. We've got one new person since Tommy Bond won last. Ede? E-D-E? Is that how you say your Ede?
Eddie?
Eddie?
I don't know.
Last name, or the other name in here, I-Y-A-W-R? You're in here, man. Okay, so we've got random numbers 2 through 28. Had a great showing tonight. This is awesome. 27 total responses.
And people are requesting videos to rewatch.
I know.
Well, I mean, there's more.
Oh, has there been more?
Mm-hmm.
Riddell speed review. Do I have a Riddell speed review?
That's how old it is.
21 is our number. 21 is Timmy Swimmy. Timmy Swimmy, you are in here and you've won one of these items tonight. Timmy Swimmy, are you here? Is he?
He was earlier.
He was earlier. He was hanging around here. Okay. So you have the option to pick either the chin straps that we have left. It's not chin straps, but the chin pads that we have left, or the wrist coach. You have that, or we know you're here, Tyron. We know you're here. We're rooting for you, man. We're all rooting for you. Everybody's rooting for everybody. And then we've got some forearm shivers that you have an option to pick too. Timmy Swimmy, are you here? I'm going to get that next video ready to pull up while we're waiting here. 60 seconds, and we've got to move on. 60 seconds. She's counting. I still can't believe that video we uploaded yesterday was going to have limited ads like that. Just like, how does that happen? Who did I offend? Anyway, So we're looking for, oh gosh, there are some of these.
Okay, while we're waiting for a minute,
Yeah.
I want everyone to know about the weirdo asking me about my hand size.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I just feel like that's a story.
Yes.
Like, that should be told. That was so strange.
I think we do need to visit that tonight, and we need to really discuss what led it. Is that person in here right now? Is what I want to know. I don't know.
So, for those of you who are watching, there's a comment on.
It was the last live stream.
Yeah.
Last week's live stream.
Yeah,
Yep.
It was.
Yep.
And this guy is like, "Hey Amber, how big are your hands?" And he's like asking me specifically, like, he's like, "You have large hands for a lady?"
Larger than normal?
What?
Yeah.
So first of all, I was like, I don't know, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know, they're pretty small. Because I do have small hands. And then he comments back and he's like, "Can you measure your fingers and post it back?" He's like, "It's for a hand study." And I was like, no, he said it's for a sports study.
Sports
and I said,
study.
I think you've made a mistake. I don't play any sports. This is my boyfriend's channel. And then he just said, "No, for just a hand study, no sports." I was like, what a creep.
Yeah.
Why do you want to know
that
weird things? So Tyler used to get a bunch of, or Mr. Football, my bad, you guys. He used to get a bunch of comments about feet. There are some odd people on YouTube.
Okay. It's not even about feet. It's about socks, y'all. And this.
And they're young, so
I'm gonna be
traumatized.
I'm gonna be careful with what I say. There are weirdos on YouTube that, for whatever reason, like socks. I don't know why. I've been targeted by these weirdos about my socks videos that are like way back in the day. I don't know why.
So far, they're like, "I really like that sock on your foot."
I'm glad, man.
Send me some photos.
No, I've got that question. I've got it within the last year, and it's weird. It's weird. Why is that a thing?
Socks. Please don't ask people for photos.
No
Unless
sock
they're
photos.
selling
Oh gosh. There are stories that are never gonna see. Oh my gosh.
All right, that sucks. But Timmy Swimmy is not here.
He's not here. He's not in here.
To redo it, he will understand, I think.
Yep, you're not here. Here we go. We're selecting again. Make sure we still got 28 is our last number. 2 is our first. Here we go. Random number of 19. 19 is Avid Rider 725. Are you in here? Avid Rider 725. I've not recognized that name.
Oh, he was just here.
Oh, was he? Avid Rider.
Or she. I'm not going to
judge. Yeah, we're not judging, because like I noticed that over the lifetime of my channel, I'm about 90% male, 10% female. I get some moms every now and then. I get some moms commenting, because I'm sure they're trying to figure out football. Mr. Football, have you ever saw the video of the man that sits in the corner for 4 hours straight every day? No.
No, because we have lives.
I can't have the time for that. That's weird. That's weird.
Tyrone, I'm really confused by your comments. You have to be called out to win.
Yes.
You can't claim it.
Yeah, Tyrone, you gotta be called out. Here's how I do it, and I'm just gonna give you kind of a rundown of how this works. I choose a random number from Google. I type random number into Google, and I give it, I want 2 through 28. I get 2 through 28 through a spreadsheet. So whenever you made that, whenever you submitted your questions, or your answers to my questions, you automatically get your name from what you put down as that question. Or like when I ask, what is your YouTube username? So I get that, and I'm able to read those off. Okay, so I have all those, and I pick a random number, and there's this Excel sheet. They're all listed in numbers and cells, and it picks a random one, and I say the name. So that's what happens. Okay, have we had anybody else 60 seconds on Avid Writer. What if I came late? You can still enter in right now. We're going to be picking another number probably. This has only happened so many times.
We usually give away multiple things. So there's usually a small thing,
Hello,
a
Anthony.
larger thing, and then a smaller thing. So if you missed the first giveaway item in a live stream, then you're able to enter in the description box by filling out the poll question.
Exactly.
Which is more of a form now.
Yeah, it's a form. It's not really a poll question as we used to do. It's a form that you fill out. You answer these questions, and then you get entered in the giveaway. And it says you've been entered in. So, Impulse, that's how you get in. All right, go down to the description bar of this video. Scroll down. If you're on a phone, just scroll down. Go. If you're on the YouTube app, just open up the description box, and there's going to be a link to that form, and you fill that out. The link in the description is what it is. Now I've got links to like my Instagram on there as well, which is also handy. Oh, someone disliked the video. Who disliked the video? Who's sad? Who's sad? Who got mad and walked out? That's sad. Who's your favorite NFL football team? I don't really have an NFL football team. I just don't. I like to watch certain players, and I don't even watch the NFL. I don't keep up with any sports right now. All right, we're giving away.
New number.
New number. Here we go.
Avid's not here.
Y'all have to be present to. This happens at least a couple times as we go through these. We're picking a random number. Again, random number 8.
If there's only one person in the live stream, I mean that's pretty much impossible. If that happened, I think we would just close the live stream for the night.
Yeah, we wouldn't. If we only had one person
we
here.
might talk and stuff, but But you never know. We have some ideas for the future.
We do. So number 8. Number 8 was Brandon Hill. He's already won. So we got to pick another one. We've got to pick another one. We've got to share the love. Number 7, random number, is Tanner Gardner. He said he wasn't going to be here because he's eating. Okay, he's got a giveaway. All right, he's here. He's a part. He's in here all the time. He's gonna get it. Okay.
He might be back.
He might be in here. I feel like I just saw him.
I told him I would. Well.
Okay.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Yes. Of course he's here. He's jacked. All right, man. So here you go. All right, you've got to pick between either these red, kind of have a darker red tone, forearm shivers, Nike forearm shivers. You can pick between those. You can pick between, you want the sleeves. Okay, I'll make sure you want everything. Here we go. You've got this wrist coach.
Tanner knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. Have this. May not be useful. I just decided to give it away. But if you want the sleeves, you can get the sleeves. And then we've got the 2 chin pads that we'll try to give away one of these here at the end too. Okay, so he wants the sleeves. We good on that? Okay. Now, okay, he's got the forearm shivers. Just get in touch with me on Instagram. I'm sure you already have. Because I think I saw your thing. Okay.
Don't forget all your recommendations for videos.
Yes, who said somebody wanted me to watch the first update video I do, and I think that's where we're going. Did you just assume their gender? Yeah.
Or bad.
It happens.
We do kind of assume everybody's male, just because
we do
football, but
we do.
Anymore, they're females.
You never know. There's female teams out there. Okay, here we go. Just got my battle stickers. That's good. So did you win last? I guess he won last week. Yeah. I got to hear from some people because somebody won that chrome backplate a few weeks ago, and I've not heard back if that showed up. So I know Fufu Killer had some problems getting his package before, and I don't know why it took so long, because I'm pretty sure that I sent a package to almost the same area, and that person got it like several days before you did. So I don't know what happened with the mail, because I'm telling you, like it was. I'm not giving out any of your information, but it was sent to essentially the same area, and I don't know how that happens. Tanner, you have one a lot of times. Anyway, we're gonna watch my very first update video on. I like to do these videos. I like to go back and watch these old videos, but my very first update video that I did is 3 minutes long. There's only 104 views, and I'm sure that's just people like.
Kevin's here. He has not been here all night.
He messaged me like 10 minutes ago on Instagram and said he's coming on.
Man, he needs to go back and rewatch the stream, because you totally like called him out like 2 times.
I did call you out
Not
like 2 times.
Not for a giveaway, just because he thought you were cool.
Yeah, for deep snapping. We talked about deep snapping pads in our webinar. Go back and watch the webinar, essentially. Okay, so this may be the saddest video of all time. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what my screen looks like on YouTube when I get this. Yeah, I know your drill, man. Tanner Gardner just messaged me. These guys are good. These guys are good. Okay, so here we go. So poor video right here only has 104 views. That has to be the lowest of the low on my channel. It has to be, by far. No likes, no dislikes, and no comments. Update video. Very, very bland. Update video, which I'm sure there's like a trillion of those on YouTube. Got the nice snow here in the yard. I'm sitting in my truck. I'm probably about to leave for college or something. My first update video on this channel. I also explained my purpose for starting UA reviews. Well, I'm glad I say that. Here we go.
What's up, YouTube? This is UA Reviews here today with a video update. I've had UA reviews.
You don't even film yourself. You're filming a truck.
Almost a month now. And
I didn't have that confidence.
Up to 9 or 10 videos. I'm sure I'm count. And this is just an update video.
I didn't know that was you. You don't sound like yourself.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know what happens. Like, I guess I've just grown into my voice. And I really think there was a change whenever I met you. Like, I really think if we go back and watch, we should go back and watch a video before we started dating and see if it's any different. Anyway, we'll keep going.
It's snowing. And I'm packing up to go to college here. So when I get down to college, I'm going to have a lot more
rolling down to college.
I'm packing up to go to college here. So
packing up and going to college.
I'm going to have a lot more Under Armour reviews coming out. And just wanted to get this video out here, post it up. And just wanted to see if I can get a few more subscribers. And
as we all do.
I've been getting more and more views every day. I've got a couple of videos up to almost 80 views now, so that's good.
One more time.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. But I was just so excited. I was so jacked that back in 2010, I had one video almost to 80 views. I get that in like hours, guys. Like,
because you worked.
Because I worked.
Grinded.
I grinded. Blood, sweat, and tears for this channel.
It's not like it just got handed to you.
It didn't get handed to me. I've worked a long time on this.
We're just slowly progressing along here, and out of college, I might be cranking out the videos here in the first couple weeks. Might be one Saturday here, but you know, my main purpose for UA reviews is to make the just to get for you to get the most experience out of Under Armour performance apparel. That's just my main focus on UA reviews. want to see, you know, just what I can get the most out of every player. And I just want to, like, help every football player. And with, you know, I mean, only sport I played in high school was football. And in it now college. And I just want to help everybody out.
And when this video was filmed, I was still playing college football. Like, and that's just the crazy thing to think too.
You know, just get my videos out here and get my opinion on it. See if I can help out the everyday football player. Try to get better. And Under Armour Performance Apparel will make you better. And that's my personal beliefs. There's a lot more videos out there.
I like that you're filming your hangers.
Yeah, filming my hangers right now.
Interviews. There's just so many videos out there. And I thought I wanted to get on it. So, you know, be looking out for more videos. If you watch one of my videos or leave a comment on the page,
sound the same.
Subscribe.
Really?
Leave a comment if you want.
Okay, now I do have to
sound country.
Yeah, I sound country, like hit country.
We just don't hear it anymore.
Maybe we don't, but what is bad about this is, okay, I would say for 5 years I filmed, and every now and then I'd film with an iPhone, but I filmed with a flip camera. I don't know if y'all remember the flip camera. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it was like a camera that was real easy to like just point and shoot, and then you flip up a little USB port and you plug it right in. It was very simple, but the audio quality is just garbage on it. Like, it's awful. We have amazing audio quality right now, and we're very blessed to have it.
Anything reviewed, like if you got a product you'd like to see reviewed, so
well, I've started the truck up.
Just leave a comment. Like I said, I'm probably saying this 20 times, but and just subscribe, and I'll try to, you know, help out anybody. And that's just my main purpose in UA reviews. And so be watching for more videos. And I'm signing off here. And this has been UA reviews update video. So see you until then.
Yep. See you until then. Yeah. So.
What's up, YouTube?
Oh, don't quit that. Get out of there. Okay. That's just fun. Okay, and I was really going to show you guys some comments from like some of the. So I was gone on UA Reviews 2. I don't know if y'all know. I told you last week about my second channel, UA Reviews 2. Many of you guys that are new to the Mr. Football experience, I guess as we would say, have not been introduced to UA Reviews 2. And I started thinking about it. What should I do with that? What should I do with that channel? Because that channel has, I think, 2,000 subscribers on it, which is crazy. And I'm not even sure, like, and for 2 years, I did not post a single thing, but the comments still rolled in. And I posted like on Instagram, like a good one that somebody, and you guys are just going to go back and look at this because I'm not going to show it right now. But, oh, it's to die for. Like, to go back and watch those old videos. I do know I want to watch one of my vlogs. I want to spend a little more time watching a vlog, and we're gonna give something else away, okay? And then we'll probably have to get off here tonight because I'm getting hungry and I want Taco Bell. Anyway, let's go to UA Reviews 2. You can still get to that channel today, and I logged in for the first time yesterday, and I was just. It made me happy to watch it. It was fun. It was fun to go back and watch and go through and scroll through comments. But I know there's like some inappropriate comments on there, so I don't want those to come across the screen and us get flagged for that. So I'm just going to stay away from that. And maybe we'll regulate it a little bit, and maybe we'll get into doing a kind of a video to kind of make fun of our comments we get sometimes, because they're just to die for sometimes. So some of my more popular uploads on UA Reviews 2 was a football 101 video, how to choose football gloves. That video has over 100,000 views on it 4 years ago. And I was very proud to make that video. Like, that was and how to pad up football pants. I had parents commenting Like, thank you so much. You helped me figure out how to pad my kids' pants. Like,
yeah, man.
Like, and that was the whole purpose of the video, but it only took 4 years for somebody to say something. And I was like, and then the football gear checklist. Somebody commented and was like, I can probably find it because that video is sitting right there. Oh gosh, easy now. Here's my description for this video, and I'll show you guys. This is funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. So I say, have you ever forgotten something going to an away game? This video is out there for all the essential gear that you have to have on your away game trip. Some items may vary from player to player in different positions in football, but this video covers all the basics. Okay, there's my fancy intro that I had.
I like that Comic Sans.
Hey, what's going on? Here. Today, we got a football 101 video, and today's video is a football gear checklist.
See, this sounds more like me right now.
Yeah.
This is more.
Somebody commented that they thought it was the audio.
It,
also, you have like. Oh my God, that is so funny.
What?
Kevin knew exactly which comment you were laughing about.
Really?
Yes, the 9'10".
Yes, 9 foot. Okay, we just have to.
That
okay.
comment was great.
I'm gonna find it. I will find it. I can find it pretty quick here. Okay. So there's all these people that said, Elena Peterson writes 1 year ago, and this would have been one that I didn't answer because I wasn't on here for 2 years. I'm not going to need a cup or girdle because I'm a girl player.
Good for you.
You go, girl. You go, Elena. I forgot my cleats and put in flip-flops. You're fat. Well, you know what?
Well, good. I'm warm. You're cold with
I
no
can't,
fat on you.
My son plays football. I'm glad. I can't find that. Man. I really thought that I would find. What was I even looking for?
But
Here we go. Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. The man, the legend himself. Odell Beckham Jr. writes, thanks to your video, I never forgot anything and my team won 43-8. And by the way, you're awesome, and so is this video. Odell Beckham plays for the Giants. I don't believe this. It's just you get people that write this all the time. I was like, all right, great job. Justin Paul writes, I'm a big fan of your football. You are good. Odell Beckham Jr. writes, thanks. I'm sorry. I have to make fun of these, but it's just so good. It's just so funny. The interactions that we have on this is just too funny. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that gets hilarious comments like this. I'm sure other YouTubers like myself get crazy people, not crazy people, but just funny stuff. Like that's what it boils down to. Okay. And this comment, let's see. Okay. This comment is just too good. So here we go. And we're going to give away something else after this. And I was going to watch something else at the end, but we'll see what we got. All right. So this was the video, how to choose football gloves. Did I spell choose right? Choose, CHOSE. I always have to run it by you because you're good at English. Choose.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was like,
my grammar. Look at the dislikes. 29 dislikes. Who dislikes this stuff? Who dislikes this? It's a lot of views for this channel. All right, so the commenter 3 months ago named Relax Now writes, what position should I be? Question mark. I'm 9'10", 4,579 pounds, lightning speed. I saw this and had to post this. It was just too good. Like that comment in itself. is just, oh my gosh. That was,
not that people can't ask that question.
yeah, because
at some point, like, it becomes just like overwhelming. You just see that constantly.
I see
and they like don't give you enough info. They're like, I'm 5'3" and whatever pounds. What should I play?
Yeah,
like,
I just don't have
Are you like? I don't know. What do you like to do?
I don't know.
Are you quick? Are you slow?
But lightning speed, that tells me everything. And I like Kevin's comment. He commented something like on my Instagram. He's like, third string holder. That's funny. Okay, so on the UA Reviews 2 channel, I'm going to look at some of y'all's comments. I'm going to make fun of myself a little more. More like left guard. Yeah, that's true. Lightning speed. The video for breast cancer awareness UA glove, I won that. Hey, I remember you, Depita Lee. I remember you. Have it on favorite ever since. That's awesome. I remember that. Did you ever tell you that I played varsity this past week in the playoffs and started? Very good. That's awesome. We haven't really talked about playoffs, and we're sitting here calling this our this was the shoulder pad webinar. So if you guys that come in here late, you need to go back once this video gets uploaded and kind of watch through that.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Why do you have all the shoulder pads? Were you gonna show them?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, they're still there.
I've only showed them once.
Okay.
I've only showed them once. See, like, here's those quarterback pads, quarterback receiver pads, just to kind of see them up close for you guys. Remember, they don't have the clavicle pad. And we're going to be talking. I have a video on this coming out, so it will be coming out this week on these. Here's the back, and I really should have put in photos to all the backs of these, but just kind of ran out of time. But there's the shoulder pads. We should go through this just a little bit, and then we'll go have fun later. I don't want to ruin all the excitement of next week.
What's next week?
The anniversary.
Oh.
Anniversary. So here are the lineman versions of these, the SPXs, lineman version. I actually put these on. They're a little small for me, kind of wide. They don't really fit me correctly. I should wear in a bigger size, but that's them. So some of you guys are saying you wore this style this year. We've got the running back, defensive back pad, which is going to be featured in a video here soon. Here's the clavicle pads that are on it. Just very, very cool. Here's the back, what it looks like. It says an example, a live look. We're going to, like I said, having a video on all this stuff. And then here's the fullback linebacker pad. Same size as that. It's going to be a little longer in the sternum, so it covers a little bit longer, and it's got thicker. What am I calling these? These are our pectoral pads, just a little bit thicker on that. Greg Lewis says he's back. His phone's finally charged. That's awesome. I'm glad you're back. I think Greg Lewis won something last week. I am 1 foot 1 pound. What are you? That would even be the funny comment to put back on that. You know, what position should I play? I'm 1 foot 1 pound. I don't know what you'd be. Your femur? Like, I don't know. Are you a femur? What did we give away today? So we gave away a chin pad real early on, Nike chin pad. We gave away this Battle Oxygen mouth guard, the flag, American flag edition. And this was, I saw this one today and I was like, man, we need to give that away for Veterans Day. I thought that'd be good. We did that. We just gave away the forearm shivers, the Nike forearm shivers. Like I said, we've given away one of these as well. So we're going to have another giveaway to either give away 2 items here that's up for Dragged it. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know if that's directed at me or not. Anyway.
What? Don't you block somebody?
No. Frankie quarterback. What? Fullback, middle linebacker.
No, I don't think it's directed at you. I think they're just being funny.
Oh, okay. Frankie Hockey. Yeah, I see his. He's 19 feet 1 inch. 2 trillion pounds, whatever. I'm not counting all those
Yeah, crazy. It's it's slow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're slow. How do you even
what are
foot up?
how can you compare
His
that?
arm just reaches across the field.
Exactly. It's like a giant. So I want to talk about 2 failed things. One failed thing that I can think of. You ready? You don't even know about this.
No, it's 10 o'clock. Do one more giveaway.
Okay, one more giveaway.
Because that means it's 11.
Yes.
In other people's places.
Yes, it is. All right, let's go ahead and give this away. And then I want to wrap up with making fun of myself one time. And then I want to tell the story of my failed YouTube channel that y'all have never probably heard of or seen. And I don't know if it's still out there. I do not know. But I'd be curious to know. Maybe you guys can do a little independent research yourself. One is failed thing, the towel. That probably, you know what? I owned up on the towel. Like I wasn't gonna try to cut anything out of that video. I really didn't edit a lot there. I just kind of put the clips together, edited out the first part, shortened it down a little bit, and I let it in there. Like I was originally like, well, I could just edit that out. Nope, we're gonna burn it. It happens. Yeah. So we did fail at the towel. We failed at Kevin's towel. We burned his towel, but we ended up salvaging that. Okay. Dragged it. You took it too far. Okay, so maybe I'm just not up to date with that. That's funny. Drugged out the joke too far. Okay. So let's go ahead and give away our last item of the night. I want to, you guys that are in here, you dedicated 11 guys that are in here, guys, there's going to be another giveaway. There are going to be giveaways upon giveaways next week with our 7-year anniversary. Okay. It's going to be one you don't want to miss. Okay. So we're very excited to bring that video to you next week. We're going to have some videos mixed in this week as far as maybe seeing. I know you're just ready for me to get off here.
No, I have to say something.
Go ahead.
If you are still in here and you're probably the same guys that are normally in here, like subscription squad, notification squad, what we consider that, you should, if you've not won anything, you should go ahead and send your name and kind of like details to Instagram, and just be like, I'm doing this because Amber said so, because we have some ideas for like Christmas and stuff, but you know, slowly we're just trying to track down people that are always around and always in the videos.
We're trying to track down these true dedicated people that have the same
people that
enjoy what we do, people that enjoy the creators' content is essentially.
Even without the
so get in touch with us on Instagram and just be like, Amber said so. Just hit me up. I've had a ton of people. I've had a ton of Instagram notifications tonight, and it may take me a little bit to get through everything. So just be patient. I'll get through it all. Okay. Okay.
What? That's Baseball Kid 55.
Frankie Hockey is Baseball Kid 55. Okay.
I remember that name.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we remember Baseball Kid 55. I'm not here for the giveaways. That's good. Too much sauces. I mean, that's what's
that you are, but it's nice that
it's nice to win
all about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So we have like 16 or 17 viewers earlier, and I know a lot of people just are in here for the sole purpose of the giveaway, and that's fine. But you know, at the end of the day, like we make it to where you have to watch us.
And if you really want to win something, I'm telling you, like, you guys that always win are a part of, like, you have a better chance of win. You have a better chance of winning if you stay around, and if you are here every week, you just have a better chance to win. And it's all random. My best friend Amber told me to do that. Okay, anyway, Frankie Hockey says, I'm here to learn about football. I mean, you can learn a lot here. Okay, so we still got to give something away, right? Yes. Okay, let's see where we're at on 30 responses. So we've got a few more here. So we're going to do numbers 2 through 31 is our random numbers. Random number tonight, 26. Last one of the night, number 26 is DeMonte McLeod. I don't even know. I'm not sure how to say your last name, but I got DeMonte, right? DeMonte, are you in here? I feel like I've seen you pretty recently in here commenting, maybe. Are you in here? DeMonte.
He may have left. He was around earlier, though.
Yeah, he was. He was talking with everybody.
Oh,
Fish nugget.
Kevin. Did you already see that? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm honestly thinking about seeing something like,
some YouTubers give out a PO and then just like get random.
You get in touch with me. Yeah. You can get I know somebody earlier, and I think it was Taff3K that was one of you guys, and I may be wrong. I may say the wrong name. And somebody was wanting to send me something earlier in the year, and I just kind of turned y'all down. Like,
we were nervous.
Yeah, we weren't fully sure on what we wanted to do about things like that, which I don't. And really, we'll have to give you. You need to get in touch with us. What?
What? No, I just watch.
Are you an Android or Apple guy? I've always been an Apple. DeMonte, you got 60 seconds. Yeah, it was Taff. I remember that. It was earlier in the summer, and he was asking if we just was going to give us something, which, not opposed, but, just know that it's for, like, me receiving things. Like, I enjoy what I do, and, like, I feel like the videos that I do is my gift to you guys and my gift to, like, the YouTube. What do you got going on over there?
I'm sorry. My friends are texting me, and they're just being goofy.
Whoa, my English on that.
Well, you need to pick another person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, DeMonte is not here right now.
We're going to give away cleats. The thing with cleats is we don't, like, it's hard to know sizes, and if you
mean like
like the physical cleats or like the shoes themselves with cleats attached? Random number tonight. Hopefully this is a winner. 19. Number 19 is Avid Rider again.
He's not here.
He's not here. Let's go ahead and pick another one. 15. 15. What am I doing? 15. Jamal Rice, are you here? He was here. He was here early on. Jamal Rice, are you here? Can't wait till we hit 1 million subs. I don't know if we could do these kind of giveaways with 1 million subs, because if you have 1 million subs, think about how many people would be in these things. It would be insane. We would have to there's a way that on YouTube you can make people pay money to enter these, like, live streams, and that would be insane, because people would be paying in to, like, get some big thing. And if I had 1 million subscribers, I could probably do some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, we can do stuff like that, but it's always, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, we could go out and buy them.
Did you pick another person?
I did. It was Jamal Rice.
I don't
Guess
think he's here either.
I'm not seeing him here lately.
Let's do roll call. If you are watching the video, you should write your name in so that we can kind of more quickly know who's actively watching, even if you have no comments.
Just leave a comment. Just say something.
New number.
22. Mighty Souls. He's won something here recently. Are you in here? We're just gonna.
B-Boy Skates cracks me up. I never know he's here until like.
Yeah, he's just always in the background.
He's cool. He's there.
Yeah, Mouty's not here.
Well, I didn't know Epic or Matthew was here either.
Yeah, I didn't know. They're just chilling in the background. They're chilling. We got people here. All right. That's it. That's 13 viewers.
Oh my God, is your name really Coco? I love that.
Coco.
Chanel. Anyway. Okay, next person.
7. Gosh, this is the most we've ever had to go through.
Yeah, had to repeat.
Tanner Gardner, can't give away anything to him. He's already won. Oh my goodness. Let's give him something else. My goodness. Number 4. Oh, this is Notification Squad. Like number 4, a number. Somebody in Notification Squad's won this. Like somebody's here. Number 4 is a winner. Anthony Godino. I don't know how you'd say your name, but you were in here earlier. I've watched your videos. I'm subscribed to you.
I don't think he's here.
He didn't comment on roll call. This is going to take forever. Oh, he's here. All right, he's here. All right, he won. All right, he's in. All right, man, you need to let me know. You got 2 options here. Well, really 3 options. All right, you can pick either color of your Nike chin shield. You get a purple or a sort of a light gray. And our other option is our Nike Pro Combat Dry Fit Play Coach. It's in camo. There's the Play Coach. Lime green, like Nike logo there, and then it's on the back. Please do one more. He wants purple. All right, so we're good on that. Wants the purple one. Very good. What if someone doesn't have an Instagram?
We haven't actually had a winner that didn't have Instagram yet.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So, Anthony, you got purple. So we'll be sending that.
Taff lost his purple.
Yeah. I didn't know if purple, I didn't know if that would be a popular color or not, but I guess crap. 2 of the teams we played this year were purple, so it's more of a common color. We may just have to know. We may have to get what we should do? Another question we should do is what's your team color? And we'll do that for a.
Oh yeah.
We'll just get ideas about what would be in general a good color option to pick, because I ain't gonna get orange if nobody wears orange. Good. So I'm glad that's your team colors. All right. So
Larry's new, I think.
Larry's new.
You should go to the description box.
Yes.
And fill out the link so that you can be in the giveaway.
That's right. Thanks for sending me the link to the channel. Who's Matt? Red is very common. Very good. Taft's team is purple and white. All right. So I'm gonna make fun of myself one last time, and that's gonna probably wrap us up for the night. But I've got a UA reviews. Okay, I want to tell you about the channel that failed, and then watch the video and be done for the night, because we want to get Taco Bell. It's 10 o'clock, but Taco Bell's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When do they close? Do
4. They close at 4 in the morning. We're going all night, baby. Okay. So my failed YouTube channel I want to give you sort of a background to this whole thing. All right, so I go down to my I went on vacation one time to Mississippi. We went down to a beach in Mississippi as a family. We go down there, and we go to my very first ever Dick's Sporting Goods. And I love that place. And the very first, there's a very early video of what I showed you guys, what I picked up from Dick's Sporting Goods. I probably bought $100 worth of crap. And a couple of those things in there was okay, you guys have probably been in Dick's Sporting Goods. They always have the Gatorade displays. They got the coolers and the towels and the bottles and the mixes. They have all that stuff out, and they still do to this day. And I always go and look at it, just because in our team we get Gatorade packs every year. We get a Gatorade pack for our coaching staff is getting the coolers, getting bottles, getting the mixes, getting the protein bars like we got this year, and we got all that in. But the Gatorade, what I'm talking about is just all the stuff. So these displays they have, I got a Gatorade bottle, a Gatorade towel, and maybe something else. I can't remember. We'd have to go back and watch this video. But I made a channel on YouTube called Gatorade Reviews. And y'all should look. Yeah, I made a review channel for Gatorade. I don't know why. And this was before UA Reviews 2 was ever thought of. And I vividly remember posting 2 videos to that channel of literally a Gatorade bottle. I was very bored. I reviewed whatever I had, and I'm pretty sure I reviewed a Gatorade towel too. So you can just imagine old UA Reviews voice, me just telling you about a towel. Is that not the most boring video in America? It is. That's where we've come from. Anyway, I didn't know what I wanted to do. You never know. You never know where you're going to hit on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure there's not a single soul watching that video today. Anyway, very last thing is my day in the life of UA Reviews, Season 1, Episode 20, finale. That is what we're watching right now. And it's so funny. Guys. I have secondhand embarrassment of myself. Here we go. All right. So here's the very first video of that series of Day in the Life UA Reviews, Episode 1. TJ Maxx is awesome. That's the title of the video. What's up next? TJ Maxx is awesome. Well, yeah, it's awesome. But you literally had to name it that? Gosh. Anyway. Anyway.
What's going on, guys? I'm back here with another vlog. And
Love
outside.
that no shot.
No shot. Look up in my nose. Find them boogers.
Right now.
Oh my gosh. Kevin says there's 29,000 views on the bottle.
Huh?
He says it has 29K views on the bottle review.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh. That's better than 75% of my videos. That's insane. We have to stop right now. We have to stop right now. I don't care that I throw a football crapply in this video that I was trying to show you. We're going to that. I have to know. Unless he's found the wrong video, but I'm pretty sure it's just Gatorade Reviews.
And 4.6 views on the towel, he says. 4.6 thousand. DePita Lee says, even if you were reviewing potatoes, I would still support it. That's a good supporter.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta filter my results here and look for channels. Here we go. That's probably what y'all had to do. And I really thought I would have left it on my
Gatorade reviews. There it is. I'm subscribed. It has 105 subscribers. UA Reviews also runs this channel. I'm currently working on some review videos, so check back soon. And also subscribe. I'm glad. Oh, my gosh. I'm awful. I'm awful. I'm so pathetic.
What? What are you freaking out about?
Look, Gatorade Reviews liked a video. I like my own video. I'm so fake. Gatorade Reviews liked a video. This is me, y'all. This is me. This is what it takes to get noticed. You got to do some things like make Gatorade Reviews and get a couple extra thumbs up. Gatorade Reviews posted. Gatorade towel review. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You see these Gatorade towels all the time on the NFL and NBA sidelines. So yeah, liked more of my videos. Liked more of my videos. Liked more of my videos. But oh my gosh.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Gatorade Reviews here. And today I've got a review video on the Gatorade 32-ounce squeeze bottle. So this is Gatorade's newest Gatorade bottle they've come out with. You can find them at most sporting goods stores. I found mine at Dick's. They had just a ton of these, and decided to pick one up. It was $4, and great deal on it. And
notice the sticky tag that was from posters from long ago on my wall in my room. Just had to point that out.
so pretty much some things about this bottle.
Oh my gosh, I don't care. But my gosh, that's funny. I have one without a number. It's good for hiding your brew as well. Quite right, I say. Oh my. Oh my
gas
God.
right now?
Huh?
What's the price of gas?
Price of gas right now?
Yeah, do you know?
It's like $2.25, $2.30.
Okay, thanks. That was a random question, but I need the answer.
Gosh, I'm watching these like old videos. Or not the old videos, but these like people, they're just roasting me on here.
Roasting you?
Yeah.
Really? What do the comments say? You should read it to us so we can feel your pain.
A lot of language that we can't.
Are they just making fun of the way you look? Because that's pretty much all.
Someone said the
dumbest
dumbest video on YouTube.
The dumbest video with 29,000 views.
Yeah.
So I can just get over it.
That's. Some people are like, this is really nice. This is good for hiding your brew as well.
Your brew?
Your brew.
Are they?
I guess your alcohol.
Wrong?
I guess. Or your moonshine or whatever you're doing.
You shouldn't be drinking alcohol before a game.
No.
You're not
well,
going to play well.
I'm sure people are just like taking that to. Oh gosh. People are just.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just. Oh my gosh. This is, why did you make Gatorade reviews? Jet, I don't know. Someone asked a legit question. How do I clean the cap? Dishwasher? I guess. I'm just reading these. I don't want like, I probably already messed myself up. Only water, or will it burn? I don't know. This is just, I don't know. It was just funny to watch. I can't believe that has that many views, though. That's insane. That's crazy. How could they roast you when they're the ones looking at? That's true.
Why are they?
Yeah, how'd they even find that video?
What? Yeah, that's the thing. Like how? And see, that's the thing when you make a video. It's like probably 2011 me probably didn't think anything of that, of like how maybe silly of a review that was, but it's what I did. And a lot of them have thousands of. Taft's very right. I do have a lot of old videos that have thousands, and that's just. But I love the Peter Lee's comment. If you're reviewing potatoes, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that's crazy. They're like so. Y'all are cold-blooded. Yeah, Anthony, no problem. Thank you for supporting our channel tonight. But yeah, this is funny. We're just gonna have to go back and reminisce in next week's. Like, I don't want to like kill everything for next week, but man, it's gonna be fun. Just to go back and watch old stuff. My channel, like as far as what you see on my channel, has not changed very much. I still have like a lot of old UA reviews playlists, and I really should update my channel. That's something I think we need to do. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun, guys. I think we need to probably go ahead and get off here tonight. It's been late. We've definitely gone over 2 hours, and we need to probably wrap this up. If you missed anything with the giveaway, or if you, I say you missed anything with the live stream, just go back and rewatch the shoulder pad seminar. Something you probably need to watch if you missed it. I know a few of you guys weren't in here when we did that, but go back and watch that, and have fun and enjoy your tacos. Yes. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What?
I do like Cocoa Puffs.
We do like Cocoa Puffs. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. When was the long snapper part? It was near the end of the. It was right after the lineman, O-line, D-lineman segment of the seminar. So that'd probably be where to go back and look on that. I think once I stop this video, it'll get on to the next. It'll upload, or it should already be uploading as we're doing this and getting it going. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. Really enjoyed it tonight. Man, you guys left a lot of comments tonight, and that's awesome. A lot of fun tonight, guys. But we just want to see y'all next week whenever we do the anniversary, the 7-year anniversary. It says I joined YouTube. Well, hang on. I'm wrong on this.
What?
I joined November 23rd, but next week is not technically our anniversary for the channel. Oh boy.
What are you?
Okay.
Speak English.
Okay. So 7 years to the day is Thanksgiving. And I don't know why I keep thinking Thanksgiving's next week, and it's not. Because today is 11/11. No, wait. Yes. Today's the 11th.
Oh God, we have to work another week.
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Don't grow up. It's not worth it.
Yeah, we have to work another week, and then I got that whole week off. So it's not gonna be next week, man. Well, we'll just have to push it back. We'll have another give. I mean, we're gonna have more stuff going on, so y'all don't have anything to worry about. Husbands are going to be like, bye. But no. Don't forget Doritos Locos Tacos. I get the box, so we'll be getting the I'm going to get that $5 box with 1 Doritos Locos Tacos in it. No tacos. Not going to send those over. No That's true, baseball kid. That is true. Okay, guys, we got to get off here. Thank you guys so much for the live stream tonight. You 10 viewers, y'all are it. Make sure, like she said earlier, get in touch with me on Instagram and just tell her that I've got a few of you already, at least 4 of you now that y'all are in here. See y'all. See y'all next time.